Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jessica Duffy here with Jessica Duffy Beauty. I know that I uploaded a video for you guys earlier. Well, I recorded one and it's uploading right now while I was getting ready, and I gave you a few little tips and tricks along the way, some stuff that I hadn't really talked about or had talked about and kind of like barely touched the surface. So anyway, today after work, I got off work at 7 o'clock. I went over to Kroger and Target to get some groceries and stuff. And I was passing by a really amazing brand called Pixi by Petra. And so I've picked up a few products here and I wanted to do kind of like a little haul for you guys. It's not going to be a big one. It's just a couple items. But if you guys are interested, I found a couple really great affordable products that I think would be kind of more appealing to a larger population, whereas, you know, some of my more expensive products are kind of unrealistic for the everyday makeup and skincare lover. So if you guys are interested, just keep on watching. Alright guys, so the whole reason why I went over to Target was because I have been awing over this brand Pixi for quite a while. I've never tried any of their products, but I have read endless reviews on how great this brand is. And they honestly, I think they started off with, and they were really well known for this product called the Glow Tonic. It is a 5% glycolic acid toner, which means that after you remove your makeup, you wash your face, you're going to then go in with a toner. And this, because it's got a small percentage of a chemical exfoliator in it, it's going to resurface the skin. It's really going to help with texture. It's going to help with sebum and dirt and oil buildup. It's just really going to kind of resurface the skin. This I paid $15 for. There is a larger size on the Pixi website that you can pick up, but honestly, that is a very good price for what you're getting. Now, there are so many really good chemical exfoliators out there on the market, but when it comes to drugstore prices, it's kind of hard to find. So the fact that Pixi is available in most Targets and online, then this is really going to be a great price range for the everyday person who really doesn't know that much about skincare, or, you know, just doesn't want to spend that much money on it. So because this is such a low concentration, it's going to be it's a lot easier for people to kind of ease into. I would maybe start off with, you know, maybe once every other night, and if you're noticing that your skin can tolerate it, then you can start to increase into your daily night. You can do it every single morning and night, it says. Yes, it says it gently exfoliates and brightens, revealing healthy, glowing skin for all skin types. It's alcohol free, which is amazing. Alright, the next product by Pixi that I picked up is the Vitamin C Serum infused with ferulic acid and vitamin C. It says here that it's a brightening antioxidant serum. It provides a boost of immediate and long-term radiance. Vitamin C and ferulic acid are proven to reduce the effects of sun damage and free radicals, helping to improve skin tone and creating a smoother complexion. You can use it daily after cleansing and toning. Smooth on about 2 to 3 drops all over face, neck, and décolleté. Now, vitamin C is going to be an amazing product to really kind of start to fade acne marks, hyperpigmentation over time. It's a brightening serum. When it comes to vitamin C, if you're going to pair it with your sunscreen every single morning, you're going to have the perfect duo to really protect your skin and protect it from aging and the sun. So vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and retinol are 3 active ingredients that I highly, highly, highly recommend. You are never too young. You are never too old. Just do your research, educate yourself, and slowly implement each ingredient. I wouldn't go out and purchase all 3 and then all of a sudden just throw them into your routine. Slowly start out with one item, see how your skin handles it, and then kind of go from there. But also I would recommend always talk to your dermatologist first, especially if you have sensitive skin, because these are active ingredients. Retinol can be extremely irritating, and vitamin C can actually be quite irritating as well. So I would do maybe like a little patch test or something like that. Definitely talk to your doctor. Anyway, for the vitamin C, I paid $24 for this. Now you gotta understand though, even though this is a drugstore brand, vitamin C in itself is a, I cannot remember what the word is that they use for it. Let me go ahead and open this. It is a product that is unstable. That's what they call it. Vitamin C can be extremely unstable. So a lot of times when you go out, how adorable. Anyway, a lot of times when you see vitamin C in Sephora, online, whatever, they tend to be in a darker, light, kind of protected glass bottle of some sort to prevent the light from exposing the vitamin C itself, because when it does, it starts to break down the product. So vitamin C over time starts to go bad and stuff like that. So when you are finding, you know, drugstore examples of vitamin C, they're still going to be a little bit more expensive because of how much work was put into not creating it, but having it be stable for long-term use. Obviously, you don't want it to go bad in a week, otherwise that would be a waste of money. So yeah, when I look inside the box, it's got, okay, on the sides here, it just says skin-loving ingredients. Vitamin C is brightening. Ferulic acid is an antioxidant, protectant, and probiotics strengthen and balance. So this is awesome. And here you get 1.01 fluid ounces, which is 30 milliliters. Okay, so safe for travel. I think we're gonna go, ooh, it just popped. Did you hear that? That means that it was sealed, so that's a good thing. Honestly, it doesn't smell like much. Oh, it almost smells a tad minty. Very, very faint though. But anyway, if you can see it, oh, it doesn't go back on there. That's kind of cool. It's because it was sealed. Anyway, I'll try to hold this up to the screen, but if you guys can tell, this particular glass bottle, you cannot see through it. Therefore, the light will not start to break down the vitamin C and cause it to go bad sooner. So yeah, this is a great affordable option. A lot of the vitamin C's out there on the market are $50+. Even the Glow Recipe vitamin C is right around $50. It's not necessary, you know, you can go out and find amazing drugstore versions of things that will work for your skin, and you're not gonna have to break the bank in order to find them. By the way, the Glow Tonic here is a 3.4 fluid ounce, which is 100 milliliters. And because this is going to be a toner, we're going to use this on our cotton rounds. This will probably last us a couple months. All right, so out of the skincare, I have two more products. One I really want to talk to you guys about that I'm so excited about. I'm sure if any of you guys have been following the beauty community for any length of time, Makeup Geek is in Target now. As soon as I saw this, I literally just jumped up and down, so excited. Okay, I've never honestly used any Makeup Geek products. I know, it's sad. So they're a little bit more pricey. For this says that it's a lip cream stain, and I paid $11.99 for this. I swatched, my hands are a little, I know, in drugstores you're not really gonna find samples or testers available, so I found some that were already open and used, and I swatched those on my hand. I wouldn't suggest doing that though, because you never know what people have been doing with testers ever. You just never know. Anyway, they had these beautiful, they had lipsticks, they had liquid matte lips. And then I noticed after a little while that the swatches dried on my hand, that these actually do dry down matte. But this color is called Cha Cha. How adorable. It's like a beautiful berry color. And I'm so in love with the packaging. Look at how sleek that is. Sorry, it's open. But look at how sleek that is. They had the quad eyeshadow palettes. See, this one hasn't even been open. It's still sealed. They had quads. They had bronzers, highlighters, lip pencils. Look at how beautiful. Ooh, yeah. I don't know if you can see it in the lighting. It's just like a beautiful berry. Let's try a little on. Ooh. That was ugly, sorry. I'm using my phone as a mirror right now, by the way, because I don't have a mirror down here. I really like that color a lot. I'm not somebody who's super into like bright reds or whatever, but I think that every single girl, boy, whoever you are that wears makeup, everybody needs one statement bold lip. Whether that's a berry, whether it's a red, whether it's a super dark, vampy, beautiful kind of deep bronze or whatever. Everybody needs one for a night on the town. You never know. Anyway, they had nudes of this, they had deeper, darker colors, they had bright reds, and I almost got the bright red, but honestly, this color really caught my eye. It's just that beautiful berry, kind of purpley undertone. It's very muted though, so it's not super, super deep. It's very modern, I guess you would say. I really like this color. Again, it's called Cha Cha. It's the cream stain, so that in itself, I think, tells us that it's going to stain our lips, so be prepared for that if you end up going out and purchasing this. Again, it was $11.99. All right, so for the very last product that I purchased, let me just say, I've literally never heard of this brand, and I was almost walking out of that aisle with a Milani eyebrow pencil. I've been going on for the last few videos about how badly I want to go and get the Anastasia brow definer in the shade like taupe or blonde or something, because when I tried out that drugstore one in my drugstore versus high-end video, I actually preferred it. Not the consistency necessarily, but I preferred the shape and the color, because I usually use the Benefit Precisely My Brow, and I love that formula, but I'm really digging the shape, the teardrop shape with the like blonde in my brows for a day-to-day. I just think that it looks better. So when I was over there, because Milani and Makeup Geek are right next to each other over in my Target over in Beaver Creek, I saw this brand that I've never heard of. It's called Arches and Halos by Tanya Crooks. If any of you guys have ever heard of this, please comment down below, like whatever, somehow signal to me that you've heard of this brand. I've never heard of them. All about brows though. They had a skinny microfine tip version of this. This is the teardrop version, as you can see. They had brow gel, they had powders, they had pomades, but it was all about brows, and that was it. They even had like tweezers and scissors and anything brow related, they had it, but it was kind of like hidden off in the corner where you would pick up like cotton rounds and where you would see like Milani and Makeup Geek. It was pretty hidden. And I turned around and I saw this. This is the Angled Brow Shading Pencil in the shade Mocha Blonde. This is the second to lightest. The very lightest was called like Sunny Blonde or whatever, but it looked a lot more warm, and I didn't want that. I wanted a more taupe kind of color. And this was $12.99. It says here, Tanya's 2 easy steps to perfectly shaped brows. Spotty and bare brow, ? Get in shape. Step 1, detail and define your tail. Step 2, shade your brow. Tanya's tips and tricks. Match eyebrow color to root color, giving the face balance and contrast. Blondes can choose a shade darker for contrast. Use spoolie to blend. So I'm super interested to see what this looks like, because this looks like one of those like middle, not higher end, but you know how there's like drugstore prices like Wet n Wild and LA Colors or LA Girl or whatever. And then there's upper kind of middle, which would be like, like L'Oreal or Maybelline. And then there's like the higher end drugstore, and I feel like that's Pixi. And what's that other brand that Tati uses, the brush she says she's had for years? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I will. Target. I've only seen the brand at Target. Anyway, I feel like that would be this brand right here, if I can get it out. Ugh. Here it is. All right, so we've got a spoolie on one end, and we've got a pencil on the other. I really like that spoolie because it's got a rounded tip. It's not like super blunt. This is, it's, ooh, I like the shape of it because it's not necessarily a teardrop. It's more of just like it's like a slash, like that's all it is. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the color to feel the consistency. Stop it right now. That is like the best drugstore consistency for a brow pencil I've ever felt. And the reason I say that is because a lot of the time when you're purchasing a brow pencil, not an actual pencil you sharpen, but a pencil and like a wind up thing, it ends up being super duper waxy. I'm in love with that color too. Check that out. This is in the shade Mocha Blonde. So it's like a taupe. Anyway, a lot of the times drugstore brow pencils like these are super waxy. Therefore, they can clog the hair follicle and cause you to lose your eyebrows hairs. It can cause you to break out, and it can prevent your hairs from being able to grow back in the long run if you're using super waxy products on the regular. So just be aware of that. It's the thing with brow pencils is that's one thing. One out of the many steps in a makeup routine that I feel like you should splurge on, because a lot of the times, like I said, drugstores just super waxy for some reason. They put more wax than they do pigment. But this has the perfect amount of like stiffness. If I were to take this in my Precisely My Brow, I feel like this is just a dash more stiff, which I like, because the more waxy it's going to be, the more difficult it is to have control of it, if that makes sense. Because the more smooth and creamy it is, the easier it's going to be to make mistakes, and the easier it's going to be to just like wipe right off, you know what I mean? So it could just melt right off your face, especially if you're going to avoid setting your face for the day and you're just going to walk around with like a dewy, beautiful, glowy look. You'd end up having to set your brows constantly. But here, I want you guys to like see how you can see it's just like, it's pigmented enough, and I feel like if you were to take kind of like very light strokes, it's very pale, but the harder you take on the strokes, the deeper the color becomes. And I know that I've mentioned before, oh, I really like that color a lot. Yeah, like I said, this was $12.99. I would go online. I would definitely kind of investigate your Target, your local Target, and see if you can find it. The brand is called Arches and Halos, Tanya Crook's Professional Brow. Oh, it's ophthalmologist tested, dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic, vegan, cruelty-free, and Leaping Bunny approved. So that's good. That means that it's internationally, that means that it's regulated by somebody to actually prove that it is cruelty-free, because I found out that, you know, the little bunny stamp on the Wet n Wild that says it's cruelty-free, there are 3 different types of stamps that are cruelty-free. One's international, one is like nationwide, and one of them is like not even real or whatever. And the reason I know this is because I watched a video from the Beauty Within team. They're amazing. It's 2 women, super smart, super talented. They're always talking about like skincare and this and that, but they did a video a few months back talking about the cruelty-free stamps and whether or not they were actually regulated. And in their video, they talk about how the specific bunny that Wet n Wild has stamped on their products is actually an organization that does not regulate their companies that they deem is cruelty-free. So just make sure, if you're super, super dedicated to remaining to only cruelty-free brands, do your research, because you never know. I think that one specifically, they say all you got to do is like pay a fee and apply online and actually say, yeah, we're cruelty free, we don't test on animals, and then they say, okay, you're cruelty free, and give you the stamp. So anyway, that's it, you guys, for my little mini haul. I love you so much. Right now, my video from earlier today is uploading as we speak, and yeah, so if you guys love these videos, if you love my little whatever these are, I'm really hoping that my next video coming up will be my Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette review. Finally, you have no idea how excited I am for that palette. Anyway, subscribe, thumbs up, hit that notification bell so you guys can be notified of every single video that I upload. I love you so much. I'll see you guys later.